What's up, you guys, and happy Wednesday. So, this week was about not being insecure and having faith in your own intuition, you know. And throughout this week, I have been, tuning more into my intuition and not fearing a lot of things and just going with, what I know is right for me. And it's only Wednesday. Happy Hump Day, by the way. But Sunday was this up and down, and then Monday was this up and down, and then Tuesday was this like, oh, I get it, I get what I'm not seeing. And then so this morning when I woke up, I had to process some things and then have to go through this mental release of what is keeping me stuck. And I talked about this too, that had a personal issue I'm going with, that I keep going back and forth to either split. Now that split is tipping, and I'm understanding more and more why I need to let go of the situation or this issue that I'm having. And that little part of me was saying, hold on, is going, now, I guess you can't let it go, And I have to be honest, a part of me, it hurts to let it go. It feels like if I let this go, I lose a piece of what I am too, or a piece of what made me. But my intuition is going, it's going to be okay if you let it go. You're not going to technically lose a piece of you. It's going to make you grow. So every day I get a little part of my intuition going, okay, listen to me. And now I'm just feeling more and more comfortable with trusting it. And I'm not going to lie, part of me is still going, dragging my foot on it, but it's more understanding, more clarity. So I'm grateful for that clarity each day. And in other aspects of trusting my intuition, it's been right on. That's always been one of my biggest problems, is not trusting or not having enough confidence in my intuition, which confidence and intuition kind of go hand in hand, but they're two different things, okay, by the way. But I have learned to trust my instinct even more, and I don't fight it like I used to. I used to fight it just because I felt like someone's going to judge my choice. And then I have to remember, those are my choices. Those choices affect me and are what I want. So nothing should influence that to a degree where I have to doubt something that I'm sure about in the first place. And that's that whole catch right there, catch 22. It's like, how can I doubt something I'm sure? That's kind of not where that goes. But it happens. It happens a lot. And that's more of, to me, outside influences affecting my judgment. And this is a problem that I have started to take a handle on and control of, because I let a lot of people in my life shape my influence when I was younger. So I took a lot of that with me as I became an adult. And I second guessed myself because I let other people's insecurities affect me. And I go, oh, well, no, well, maybe, no. I'm always sure about what the fuck I want to do and how I'm going to get it, how I'm going to achieve it. And then most of the time, it's already done. And that's when things manifest for me in power and truth. But since I've had no power and my truth has been shaky, so I haven't been able to do these things. But now I can. So finding my intuition this week has been great. It's still a struggle, and it's still kind of hard. It's still kind of going, okay, Keish, just break the fuck out that shit. But it's happened. And I can't rush the process. That's another thing. Not rushing the process. That's probably going to be next week's lesson. I feel like that's sinking in there. Not rushing the process. Let things take its place and fall into its natural order. Yeah, because I am impatient a lot. I'm just impatient. When I can see the end of something, I'm like, okay, let's get to that as fast as possible. But sometimes I miss some steps in there, and so when I get to the end result, it's not as solid as it should be. It would be like 90% instead of 100. And I'm tired of that 90% because that 10% makes a big difference, especially when it's something you create. You want it to always be a whole 100 and then some, so it can shine bright and you can be proud of it. And that's where I'm at with myself in my life. I want to be 100%. I want the things that I manifest to be 100%. I want the things that I create for me to be 100%. I want my children to be 100%. I want my life to be abundant and 100%. I want to be able to set things on 100%, not at some random ass percentage that doesn't really fit the equation. So this is where I'm at. And, you know, there's a part of me that's still just, I don't know what, it's kind of in limbo, but each day that gets better. And I'm pretty sure, like, if you guys are following me at this point, or you guys go back and watch all my videos, or you guys follow me on my blog, you can see the difference in the change. And I can see the difference in myself and my surroundings and my family and where I'm at as a person. When I came back to YouTube this year, I was really resentful and angry and hurt. And that's because of everything that had been happening. And it always, I felt like it didn't have to happen that way. And a lot of it didn't. And a lot of it was really a lot of hard lessons that had to be learned for me not to second guess myself and to have better intuition of the things that I manifest. Try to get a little emotional. But I learned, and a big part of me always knew, is just now trusting in that. It was like the replay of the lessons already. Okay, let's get them in fast and hit you hard with them so you can wake up, finally, because you already know. So why are you doing things that you already know better not to do? And it was hard, and sometimes I still catch glimpses of the past trying to just railroad me, and this is just a glimpse. It's just a little, like this goes by, and I go, wait. And I go, no. I already learned that lesson. I already went down that path. I already know where that's going to take me. Get the fuck out of here. So, but it's hard. And then, like, today, like, I had to come to realization and let something go that was inside of me that I needed to say, but I was afraid to say it to someone, but I had to say it. And then, and I hope it didn't fall on deaf ears, actually, too. I hope this other person that I need to say this to was actually hearing me for once and tuck it in a positive aspect, because everything I said was positive. And we have not been in a communicative state, so there is one of those weird things that's going on with me and a couple of people, actually. But part of this healing process and ending this cycle is saying those things and not being afraid to. I have also been afraid to speak up a lot of times, and this is how my life got into the chaos and malice that it was, because I value the people around me so much. I don't want to hurt them, and that a lot of them will stop and laugh. What the fuck you talking about? Because your mouth is like this. It's sharp sometimes. When I've had enough, it's sharp. I'm gonna tell you straight how I fucking feel. I don't care if you like it or not. And a lot of times I take that for granted that people can handle those things because I'm so straightforward, and I like to hear things straightforward. And that's just this how I am. But I had to stop and kind of take some things back with that. Not take things back, but take the tone down a little bit, because it's falling on deaf ears. A lot of my words are, and I've got to the point where I'm repetitive, repeating myself. I don't want to do that anymore. I'm tired of explaining myself or trying to drill things in when people know better already. I just don't want to take that path anymore. It takes too much life energy out of me to stop and have to do that. And most of this is with my close family and friends. It's just, I got to this point where I'm like, damn, dude, like, fuck, you already know. Stop fucking dragging your ass on it. Stop acting this way. Stop being displacent. Stop acting like you don't know your self-worth. Stop acting like you don't know you're great. Stop acting like this is a routine that has to get done so we get things better. All that shit. So now I'm at this spot where I just have to trust my intuition to the point where I need to say things that I need to say. I need to say them in a truthful manner and not sugarcoat it, or sugarcoat it for me. Sugarcoat for me is like tipping around and not saying what I have to say. I'm not like I'm going to say, fuck you, this is what I need to say. It's more like I'll ease it in there, or I'll say a little bits and pieces of like, no, I'm tired of doing that too. I'm tired of not speaking up for myself. And I've always spoken up for myself, but to a point, you know, because I know when someone's not ready to hear something, or let me rephrase that, I assume people are ready not to hear something from me. So I kind of like sugarcoat it or ease it in there without being straightforward. And then by the time I get pissed off, I say it straightforward, and they're like, what the fuck? Like, why do you say it like that? And it's like, well, because I've been telling you slowly for like fucking months, weeks, years, and now all of a sudden I gotta get to it because you're just not fucking hearing me. So those things I don't want to do anymore. But I'm learning and developing a way to do that in a better manner so that I can get what I need out to somebody and they're receptive to what I'm saying and they can reciprocate what they're wanting to tell me to. You know, just in the last 3 weeks, I really realized how closed off I have been. And it makes me sad because I was missing out so much because I was closed off. And it's not like I've been closed off for a short period of time. I've been closed off for a long time, a very long time. And there's a joke that my friend telling me that, you know, Gemini's never let anybody fully in. And that's funny because like he told me that like a couple days ago, and I was thinking like, damn, maybe I don't really let anybody all the way in. And I think about it and I'm like, damn, do I? So I had to stop and do one of those life checks and replay, and I was like, man, I think I don't let anybody all the way in. And then the one person I thought I let already all the way in, I realized that I still had part of my guard up because I knew deep down that it wasn't 100, so I didn't let them in, but I let them in more than anybody I've ever let in before in my life. And I'm not talking about my children. That's another kind of love that that's just here. Nothing can ever touch that ever. So, but even with my kids, I have been closed off. You know, I feel like I have to be a certain way because they count on me so much that I can't show too much weakness, or I can't bathe them in certain ways because they need to be sure, because all the circumstances that we have been living in are things that comes in, or, you know, my kids are kids of color. They need to have this strong backbone, I feel like, to take on this world sometimes. So I'm pretty straightforward with them, and I try not to baby them unless they need some babying or some tender loving care. And that's a part of me that I've been missing for a long time, is that TLC. I stopped caring about myself because I was putting myself into so many other people and so many other situations and so many other life daunting tasks that I forgot about me, and I lost myself. And if I couldn't be me, there's no way I could have the foundations that I need for the people I love and myself, because I bring my greatness to the table. It makes what I manifest. And if I don't feel great, if I don't feel like me, if I don't feel my cleanliness inside me, I can't create anything. And I couldn't see that for the last couple of years. I knew something was wrong. I knew I wasn't myself. I just couldn't see that I had lost myself in all this madness, and started to develop everybody's reflection of everything that was going on, including myself. And then we're just reflecting everything back and forth. It's like that one pinball in a rubber room just going boom, 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 all this. And it's just a toxic ball that's bouncing off on everything, and it's just like absorbing everything. It's kind of like Tinkin Ball, if you guys ever play Tinkin, but there's one of the video games, there's one where you just keep power up the ball, and even if you slam the person, then it kills them. And that's kind of like what this is. It snapped into me real hard and it killed me. And then I woke up. And now this is like the rebirth of what I am. And I had been walking around with so much hurt. I didn't realize what I had grown into already. I couldn't see myself. I was blind to myself. And for years, I was telling my partner and my family that they was blind to me. They couldn't even see me. How could they see something that I couldn't even see? You know, I had already lost myself in the darkness, so how could I shine bright where they could see me? Not that I want everybody to see me, you know, but, you know, that's where I was at. And I didn't realize that that was also a reflection of what was going on with me. I couldn't even see myself. Every day was just, I woke up, as soon as I opened my eyes, like, hey, I'm up. And then like this burden of hurt and emptiness would just blanket me. And then I would put on the fake mask and go, okay, this is what we're doing today. This is what's going to happen. So I'm only getting like 20% of my greatness every day. And then when I thought I was feeling good, you know, that 50% only came out. And I knew it. And then the back of my head is like, I'm falling short every day. And it made me feel even worse, even when I was doing something good. Because I didn't have me. And I allowed someone to take something away from me, which was me. I allowed life situations to break me. I allowed my voice not to be heard, and I was silenced. I allowed my light to be dimmed in this universe when it's supposed to be so bright anyway and shine. I also allowed too many people to take my life force from me because I felt that they needed it more than I did because they was in a broken spot. And not knowing that I've been broken for a long time. And so I was just giving broken energy back out. And then if you're broken, you can't refill your energy and your life force and your light to shine bright when you give it out. You just keep losing. And I was losing. You know? But now, I honestly feel that I'm in a spot where I'm not going to lose anymore. And I'm not allowing myself to lose anymore. It's all about gaining and fulfillment. And I've learned so much. You know, I had to stop and look at everything for what it was. This journey of my life so far has taught me a lot about people, about myself, and what life is in a whole, and a better understanding. And this is literally detrimental to what's going on, everything in the world right now, of that I need to learn this and I need to process it fast because it's time for me to be in a different role in life and take on different responsibilities and different challenges and grow to something even more greater. I have always been multitasking everything, and I never grounded myself, and now it's time for me to ground myself. I'm not saying I'm not going to multitask because there's some things that I have to multitask because it's time, but not just surfacely multitask. I'm going to put the real effort in and ground myself and make those solid steps to make sure the things that I'm investing in are abundant and joyful and awesome and just the shit like I am. So it is gonna be intriguing to see what happens. You know, I'm excited and I'm afraid at the same time. And a lot of times I'm usually just afraid, but now I'm excited and afraid. And I'm not afraid, and I think I said the other day, not of like, oh, I'm scared. I'm afraid of, you know, I don't know what I'm afraid of. And I shouldn't be afraid. I think it's just not knowing what's going to happen, but knowing what's going to happen. And I know that's like a, okay, how can you have that? But that's really how I am at the moment. I think what I have been waiting on is to let go of everything and just go, okay, we're done. And a big part of me was like, why are you waiting for that? It was more that I needed to see the completion of something. I needed to see it go away and start something new. And then even right now with everything that I started recently, I feel like it's still not ready to be. And now it's just like, okay, but this is where you want to be. And now you have this like beginning to finally be you and put what you're all about out there. And now I'm at this point like, oh my gosh, this is my time. What I'm gonna do? And now it's just like, nothing is in here. There's nothing in there at all. Like, I'm still touching all the things that I love, but it's like, oh my gosh, now this is my moment. This is my time. Let's get it going. And I'm like, what the fuck do I want to finally do? And, you know, it's a lot of times I've been denied so many times to do something. Now I'm just like, oh shit, this is my chance. Let's do this. And I'm like, there's nothing in my brain for me to do. So I know it's going to take me a couple more days to get to there. And it's popping in slowly. I feel my brain firing like, oh shit, this is it. Okay. No, but now I have to process all the things I want to do to get that thing that I want to do. But it's hard for me right now because I love so many things. And I love life, and I love experiences. And this is why I take on so many things, so I can have that multiple pot of things that I pull from that make me feel alive. You know, and, you know, I am a Gemini, so I get bored easily. This is why I keep a lot of things going in my life. And my boredom is not from, oh, this is just over it. It's more of, I always constantly have to be learning. I always constantly have to be on information. My brain just needs it, so I need stimulation. And unfortunately, for the last 22 years, I haven't had any stimulation that gets me going. This is in bits and pieces. And that's a little more than half my life at this point. And just a little more than half my life. Which is interesting because I remember the point where I died. I just let go. I remember that day, and I will never forget that day. And it's really weird because I just thought about it, and I guess I have forgot about it, but it's always been in the back of my head. But I remember that day so clearly and what happened. And I made this like subconscious decision to just step away from everything that I wanted to give those things to people I love, and I failed. And I can say I failed because I did give up. I gave up every time I started because I kept defeating myself because it was something that I wasn't a part of, because I wasn't in it. It wasn't me doing it. It was just something that I wanted to put out there. And I had good intentions, and it's like that friend says on the 17th of March, we can't live off good intentions. And you can't, because you got to put actions and follow through into them. And I'm not saying I was a fucking total flake ass, because I'm a hard-working person, and when I set up something, I get it done. But the things that truly matter that I want to get done, I couldn't do it because I wasn't me. I wasn't putting myself into it because I was lost. I just turned off. And there's been levels of me trying off in my lifetime because of the things that's happened to me. So I go, okay, I don't want this for me. I don't want to feel this way, or I don't want these emotions. Let me turn these off. But I'm going to make sure that everybody around me doesn't have to go through the same thing. And that's how I lived. But in the inside, this ball of regret and anger and sadness and missed opportunities and sacrifice, which is balling up and doing this atom inside me. And then it exploded. And when it exploded, it literally just shut me down. And that was recently. That was recently shut me down. I remember my brain it literally made a noise, and it just stopped. And I've just been sitting in limbo and just waiting, just quiet. And while I was sitting in limbo, the only thing that I was able to connect with was the pain. That for a long time, pain never goes away. It just hurt, and just hurt, and just hurt, and hurt, and I was living off of pain. And what I did to cope with that was, okay, if I'm living with this hurt, I just got to make sure that I don't put it back out there. So I was trying my best not to reflect my hurt onto the people that I love and my environment. But it became the most daunting task in the whole fucking world to do. And then I just got to the point where I can't do this no more. And then I just had to just say everything that was on my mind. It kept breaking me. I was like, no. And then there's a few people that I didn't really say things to, but now it's just like, no, fuck it. It's just not, it doesn't serve me anymore. None of this serves me anymore. So I have to let it go and move past it. And here we are today. I know that there's so much greatness about to happen, and so much healing and rebirth and just awesomeness, and that's the one word I use for it, is awesomeness. I know it just like trailed off to the weakest word, but it's also one of the strongest words at the moment. That I'm excited to see it, and I'm just like a kid in a candy store. Like, where do I start? Like, where the fuck do I start now? Like, this is me. I'm back, and I'm not back all the way. I'm not, and that's something that's it's gonna come with time. It's just now. It's just time going, and I think you guys follow me on the blog. I talk about time and how time is infinite, and time is what you make it. And I'm gonna make my time this time. That was kind of done. I'm gonna make my time. I'm gonna make the most of my time at this point. And I had a big experience that happened to me that left me with feeling like my time was short here. And a part of me knows that my time is short here, but I still want to live everything to the fullest. So I'm gonna do that. And you can't go back and pull things from your past and fix or anything. I'm not looking for that, but I am looking forward to the future and the things that are going to happen. And I'm more looking forward to the things I'm looking forward to is seeing my JoJo and Maddie become the people that they're meant to be, and those are my grandchildren. My children are some of the most awesome people in this world. Their greatness shines bright every day, even though some of them lose it in the day-to-day struggle, but they find themselves elevating every day. And I know that they're going to be okay, and they're going to put great things as well, too. And what excites me is seeing my little ones get there, too, and see them develop and be surrounded by people that love them and have so much greatness around them, and see them elevate and have something stable for them to elevate on. And that's beautiful to me. You know, I'm also looking forward to seeing where I end up just a month from now. So I'm just excited. And I know right now I'm kind of rambling. It's just that I got to this point where I'm just like, the wait is over. The decisions are being made. And now it's time to put the verb in those nouns. You know, most things we talk about that we're going to do, we never do, but I'm doing them. I'm going to do them. And I know that it's not going to be a challenge for me to do things that I've wanted. Because I've had real challenges. A lot of them. And I overcame those. And some of them was really hard to overcome. And some were really easy. Some were just in my head. But now, this is something that I can do for me that I want. And that's not a challenge for me. I make great things happen. And now I can. And so, it's just freeing. It's a freeing moment, actually. So anyway, guys, so as I was stepping more into this week or midweek about your insecurities and trusting your intuition, I find myself having less insecurities about things that I want, the moves I want to make, and what I want to bring in. And trusting in my instinct to manifest those things has doubled, you know. And hopefully by the next time you guys see me here, that's tripled, and then some. And I want you guys to know that it's okay to be a little scared, because being scared is just telling you that you need more information about something, or you need to have patience so it can unfold and give you the knowledge that you need. But trust in yourself always, because you know you better than anybody else in this world. No one will ever know you like you. There'll be people that come close, people that understand you, people that get you, but you only understand you 100%. And you're the only one that can manifest what you want. And yes, there's things that are going to come in life, people are coming in life that's going to help elevate that, but it still starts with you. And if you can't be strong in your intuition, your feelings, your power, your self-worth, nothing good will ever be manifested coming out of you. And you can't be that light for all the other people that you love or want to be the light for. You have to start within and not be insecure with who you are. Love yourself. Love your life. Love your self-worth. Love the gifts that you give, and get ready to receive the same thing back. Be ready to accept that love. Live in love. Live in power. And a lot of people don't understand. Like they always say they don't need love. That's because they have the assumption of what love was. Stop assuming what love is. Love comes in different ways, and yes, the most powerful love is unconditional love. But there are other loves, and I don't want anybody to use that context. I had someone use that out of context to me, and it hurt me really bad once. But understand that when you live in love and you understand it and you accept it and you reciprocate it back out, beautiful things happen. And your empathy changes. And we all, a lot of times we go through life without that empathy, and people really don't understand what empathy is. You have to be able to understand the people in your surroundings and in your world, so you can know how to relate with your emotions in and out, and other people's. You know, you got to be able to identify with the people in your world, and that's what empathy is, to identify with all those feelings, not just with yourself, but with the people that you share your environment with, so you guys can coexist. So you guys can have that understanding, that bonding, that togetherness to make things grow and make things manifest for the better. But a lot of times we lose that, or we have it stolen away from us. And these is like when we're in toxic relationships, these are the things that we have to learn to get back. A lot of time we're in these situations because we have so much empathy, but we don't have empathy for ourselves. We don't understand our feelings. We can't even put ourselves inside ourselves to understand what's going on, and we just become shallow and broken and reflective to everything else. Anyway, you guys, when you guys keep taking steps this week, just keep trusting in yourself, trusting in your truth and your knowledge and things that you want to do. Trust in your ability to do what you do best, you know. And don't let anything or anybody make you feel insecure or make you retreat from what you are or what you want to say, you know. Get the knowledge of how to do what you want. Get the knowledge and the strength and the love that you need to put yourself out there, the things that you want to create out there and what you want to manifest. It happens, but it starts with you. It starts with you. So that means that you have to be right with yourself. Well, you guys, still no Fridays this week. So that means that there's something that's not done yet. So as soon as I get there, my apologies. But always stay powerful. Always stay productive. And trust in yourself. Alright, love you guys. Mad love always.